Hi, this is Len from HLP Controls. I want to take this opportunity to introduce you to a new product that we've just released, which is the calibration checker and tester for the Plumb Guard range of products. So what we've found is that people are sending their Plumb Guards back to us and we're doing the calibrations and service and maintenance, and that's fine. But there's also some companies and councils in remote areas who find it an issue to get their Plumb Guard units back to us for the annual calibration check. So we've produced a kit which enables you to do that on site. So if you've got guys who can do basic testing, basic mechanical things on a Plumb Guard or around your council area or your workshop area, they'll certainly be able to use the calibration tester. Doesn't require any special skill, but it needs to have somebody who's going to properly check it and do it and make sure that it does work. It's a safety function, and then they can certify it and sign it off, and then you can use it for the next 12 months. So this is how the kit comes. It comes in a box. This is a standard Plumb Guard. So in the box we have the calibration kit. So this is a calibration and check kit. It comes with a 2-page instruction sheet of exactly how to use it. It's very straightforward. It needs to be plugged into the mains to power it up, and it comes with a mains cable. So to use the kit, we plug in some mains, and it's an on-off switch, and we turn the switch on. When that happens, you'll see that one red light comes on, and we have a selector switch at the top. So disconnect the tie holding the 3 test leads together, and using a normal Plumb Guard, push the on-off button to power the Plumb Guard. While that's doing its own self-check, plug in the 3 leads supplied from the calibration and check kit. So the Plumb Guard is now waiting for a self-check and a self-test of the leads before it will go into run mode. So to do that, we have a lead test switch. So we push the lead test switch on, and then we can push the normal test switch on the Plumb Guard. So that will do its normal self-check, and it says that all 3 leads are working. So the Plumb Guard is now in run mode. So very simply, all we do with the calibration check kit is we change the switch over to trip test, and in that first position with it ready, there should be no trip of the Plumb Guard. So it's a 3-position switch. So the first position is trip 1. This Plumb Guard hasn't tripped. We go trip 2, and that trips the Plumb Guard. So that's now checked that the Plumb Guard is actually tripping at the right level. I'll turn it off so we'll stop the beeping. So there's another switch setting, which is the 3rd. So if the Plumb Guard doesn't trip in any of those 3 settings, then it's faulty. You can't use it. If the Plumb Guard trips in any of the 3 settings, then it's okay and it's still within its specifications. So just to clarify again, you've got 3 switch settings. The indicator says trip 1, trip 2, and fault if no trip. So if you put it into switch setting 1 and it trips, that's fine. It's still within its specifications. Setting 2, number 2 trip, that's perfect. That's exactly right. And switch setting 3, if the Plumb Guard then trips, it's still within its specifications, but if it does not trip, then it needs to be serviced and you can't use it. So it's as simple as that. That's how the Plumb Guard test unit works. At that point, you would then unplug it. You can fit a new calibration sticker, and you can get on to the next Plumb Guard. So with that unit plugged in, just to clarify again, we turn the power on. Plug the kit in to the 3 sockets. We select the lead test and do the self-check on the Plumb Guard. So the self-check works. The Plumb Guard's now running. So we select trip test, position 1, no trip, position 2, trip. And if it didn't trip there and we went to position 3 and it tripped, that's also okay. So either of those 3 positions, as long as you get a trip, that certifies that the Plumb Guard's working and it's the right level. So it's as simple as that. So you can literally do one of those in less than a minute. Obviously, if you're going to do the annual calibration, you want to have a bit of a look at it. This is a brand new one. The ones in the field often get very dirty, so we always take that time to give them a clean and to make sure that there's no cracks in the case and the waterproofing's all working and all that. So again, this is Len from HLP Controls, and that's how we use the Plumb Guard Calibration Kit, and it does the complete checks and calibration for the Plumb Guard series. It'll do all Plumb Guards.